What is up, guys? Welcome back. We're gonna be doing an analysis on the grand finals of Onic PH versus Sunsparks. This is gonna be game number 4. This is the most requested out of all the games that I've asked you guys on stream. So this is what we're gonna do. If you guys want me to analyze another series or another game from the same series, make sure to comment that below. If there's enough of you that want it, then I'll definitely do it. But first, let's look at the draft before we start. The draft is really important when it comes to tournaments. For the bans, we have Ling. It's like a kryptonite for Onic PH. They constantly ban Ling, especially when they were against Bren. They consistently ban Ling. I don't know why. Whenever they're against a Ling, they always have a hard time. They also ban Selena. Selena is a common ban, so that's not questionable right there. Claude is a common ban, so I don't question that as well. Popol and Koopa, on the other hand, is a Venus specialty, so that's why they banned the Popol and Koopa. Gives a lot of vision. The stun on the wolf and the traps are insane, and Venus is really good at it, especially playing on an iPad. A lot of vision. You can pretty much see everything, especially when you're the shot caller of the team. So let's see here for the first pick for Onic PH. We have the Valier. This is actually a really safe pick because it counters Hylos, it counters Uranus, it counters Esmeralda. What else? It counters Kufra. It counters a lot of heroes, honestly. So this is a really safe first pick from Onic PH. Now for Sunsparks, they pick both Kimi and Thamus, which are both early game heroes. Kimi actually falls off late game, so Sunsparks needs to make sure that they can finish the game as soon as possible if they don't have a late game hero on their draft. Alright, so Thamus, on the other hand, has a lot of sustain. Sometimes Thamus even gets first pick in drafts. Alright, he even gets first pick sometimes in draft. That's how good Thamus is in offlane and tournament play as well. Especially he can pretty much 1v2 in lane at level 1, so that's why Thamus is like prioritized. Now let's keep going. Let's skip a little bit. Here we go, skip a little bit. Give me a second. What are Onic gonna pick? Alright, so Onic picked Chu. Chu is really good against Kimi. Alright, if you can set with Chu, kick Kimi, waste Purify or something, knock up, do everything, a lot of CC, good. It's pretty much like Chu's like a semi-assassin, to be honest with you, as an offlaner. It's pretty much an assassin as an offlaner. Also has a lot of mobility. That's why Chu's so good in the current patch. And here we go. Also Hanzo pick for Onic PH. Now, I am not a big fan of this Hanzo pick. Too early. Alright? I'm a big fan of the Hanzo pick, but not this early, because showing this card pretty much made Sunsparks counter it. Right? They're gonna counter it after they pick this Hanzo. And especially Nat is still open. Right? Natalia is still open. When there's a Nat, it gives a lot of vision. It gives the freedom for Nat to find the actual body of Hanzo and just assassinate it. That's why Nat is like almost a full counter to Hanzo. If Onic PH was gonna pick Hanzo, they should have picked it on the second draft phase after the bans. They could have banned Nat right here and pick Hanzo afterwards. If Sunsparks ban Hanzo, then they gotta pick another core, right? So you have no choice other than that. But picking it like this early is I'm not a big fan of. But let's keep going. As soon as Onic picked Hanzo, I'm pretty sure, yep, Sunsparks hovered up the Natalia, because you could pretty much hunt down the Hanzo's real body the whole time. Look, they all agreed already. Kill VJ, everybody agreed to it. Insta-lock right there. Sunsparks gonna ban Uranus right there. Let's see what Onic PH will ban. They will be banning another offlaner, which is Esmeralda. Esmeralda's really not used as a mid laner now. She is used as an offlaner with like a support emblem. I forgot, is it Avarice? The Avarice support emblem that gives her gold whenever she hits someone with a skill. That's what people do now on offlane Esmeralda. Has a decent amount of damage, a lot of sustain, really hard to kill. And the shield just makes her almost unkillable when you build her tanky after Enchanted Talisman. So that's why it's banned. And both teams still needs an offlaner, alright? They only have one offlaner and people are still doing the 1-3-1 rotation. So that is why they both ban offlaners for both teams. Now, I think Onic PH, honestly, since they don't have a tank yet, Sunsparks didn't have a tank yet, and they know that Rafflesia kind of, specializes in the Kufra, they could have banned Kufra, but I think Onic PH let it go because they knew they had the Valier. Venus was really confident in countering the Kufra if they were going to pick it on Sunsparks. Alright, now Jawhead is going to be open here for Sunsparks. They're definitely going to pick that. That is another offlaner that is good. Now the only offlaner left that is pretty decent would be Freya and Xborg for Onic PH. And of course, Hylos would be good to counter the Natalia. Every time Hylos's second ability is activated, it's really hard for Nat to silence anyone or go near the team fight, because Hylos will just, you know, reveal you right away. You're not going to be able to silence anyone. But Onic is going to take the Xborg here, and last pick is going to be Kufra here for Sunsparks, alright? So this is really ballsy for Sunsparks, knowing that Venus has the Valier. They still pick Kufra even though it gets countered. But Rafflesia is pretty confident in his skills with the Kufra, so he doesn't really care if he gets countered by the Valier draft-wise. So let's skip this to the first minutes of the game. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. There we go. Okay, let's look at the laning phase. So both these teams, they are really familiar with each other. They've played against each other in scrimmages and in normal rank, and they're pretty much gonna mirror each other's rotation, honestly, except for the Nat. As a Natalia player, you need to give vision, give as much information as possible, and that is exactly what Greed is doing. Even though Valier is chasing the Nat right there, Valier already wasting the flicker to chase the Nat right there. Chase the Nat, but Nat lives with like almost 1 HP right there. So Greed gets away, so that's fine. Gave a lot of information, delayed the Valier a lot. So both teams, pause. Kimmy got the blue buff, Hanzo got the red buff, so it's pretty much, they're kind of mirroring each other in a way. So let's see here. They're trying to go for this Bulbasaur, but I don't know who got it. Let me reset it. I don't know who got it. Whoever got that will get an advantage. I think Sunsparks got it. Here we go. Let's see who gets it. I think Kimmy got it. Who got it? Ooh, I think blue team actually got it. The blue team actually got it. So let's see here. Now they're just gonna go to the small minion. Also, Kimmy's gonna go to a small minion here. Like again, they're kind of mirroring each other's rotation. Like I said, see. And now they're gonna do the next buff. See, they're mirroring each other's rotation pretty much. Offlaners are just kind of, you know, feeling each other out, clearing waves, clearing minion waves, clearing jungle. This guy still hasn't cleared this jungle. It's fine. Natalia giving a lot of information, still roaming around. Greed is playing this Natalia really well. Giving vision like this with Nat, this is why Nat is banned a lot of times in tournaments and even in 5-man rank, because it gives so much information to your team. You can just roam around and look around the map. See, they know where people are. They know when a gank is coming. For Hanzo really needs to focus on farming, so I don't think Hanzo is gonna gank anytime soon. As for Kimmy, what I predict Kimmy would do here is probably go. Sunsparks will soon do a four-man gank and get like either top lane or bot lane. It doesn't matter. 4-man gank and get a tower secured. We'll see what happens though. But everybody's just pretty much clearing wave, and Natalia is giving a lot of information. Right here, Valier almost gets caught, and this is really good from Venus. Look at this. It's really hard to play Kufra against this Valier. But Kimmy might even get a kill here. Never mind. Almost getting kill. Jawhead, really good throw. Xborg is already level 4 though. There you go. Gonna ulti. Misses on Greed. Greed is almost dead. Dilar almost killing Greed right there. Almost. Super close. But I don't know why Kufra was there. Give me a second. Really not sure why Kufra was there. Give me a second. I need to look at the map. Oh, he was getting chased by Chu right here. So that's why Kufra was there. And Greed luckily got away with 1 HP. So he got chased all the way here by Chu. So that's why Rafflesia was there. I was wondering why he was there. But that is understandable now. Hanzo doing a really good job focusing the Kimmy on the backline. And look at this guy. Greed needing to recall because he is 1 HP. Kimmy trying to steal the crab, but it didn't have enough damage, so Hanzo's going to secure that. So they're just going to reset lanes. They go for a 1-for-1 trade. Alright? Chu got a kill, and who else got a kill? Kimmy got a kill. Okay? So they don't want this Kimmy to snowball. If this Kimmy snowballs, it's going to be really hard for Onic. But if Kimmy, or if Sunsparks doesn't end the game, if it gets to late game, it's going to be really hard for them. But they do have Natalia for late game. Let's see here who. Oi! Rafflesia actually stole the Pokemon right there. So that's really good. That's a win right there for Sunsparks. A small win. And look at Hanzo doing a really good job focusing the Kimmy. But Kufra Kufra did really good peeling that Kimmy the whole way through. Did you see that? It's not that Hanzo is useless. It's just that, look at the Kufra. Sticking next to this Kimmy. Making sure that this Hanzo gets slowed by the second skill. Look, almost nice peel. But let's see what happens here though. Not in the camera. D-Lar died. Xborg died because Xborg, I think, got ambushed by Nat and Jawhead. So that's what happened there. And hopefully Venus gets a trade here. So they do get a 1-for-1 trade again. If you notice, this top tier teams, they always get a trade. There's never a fight where there's no trade unless it's a big mistake from someone. Look at this Nat though. Nat. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. They know Tamos gave information right here to Natalia that Hanzo's doing the buff right now. And we all know that Natalia's invisible. So he's gonna go over there and check the blue buff and assassinate and silence this Hanzo. And that's exactly what they did. Super good coordination by Kilowash and Greed right here. Insane. Alright, but Venus is way too late to help out or trade anything. That's gonna be a 1-for-0 trade right there. And the blue buff got taken by the Hanzo, but he's dead, so it doesn't really matter. Nice kick from Chu right there. They got a kill, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Hanzo for a Nat, but the thing is, Nat is considered as a support here, so it's not as important as killing the Hanzo. It's still worth it. Still worth it. Plus, Hanzo loses a blue buff, right? Now, I think D-Lar ended up getting the red buff since they know that Hanzo's dead. Who got the red buff? Did they steal it? I'm really not sure who stole the red buff. Maybe Jawhead or Kimmy got the red buff. Really not sure. Wasn't paying attention to the minimap. But we'll see. No, Jawhead didn't take it. It's probably Kimmy who took it and stole it. So that's another win for Sunsparks. Stealing the red buff. Yeah, I think she had the red buff. Or Hanzo took it and died. That could be a possibility as well. Hanzo took it and died earlier. So let's see what happens here. Jay gets caught, forcing to get ulti. Oh, and they get an easy kill right there. So let's go back. How did Jay get caught right there? Give me a second. You see how Hylos is giving vision to the turtle, making sure that Sunsparks doesn't do turtle? This is why playing as a tank is the hardest role in the game. Playing as a tank is the hardest role in the game. Your objective is to give as much vision and information to your team, and you cannot be scared. If you're scared, the enemy team will definitely take advantage of you, and they will get the map control. What Jay's doing here is actually not that bad. It's just that he got caught because Natalia is invisible. That's why he doesn't know. But I think Nat figured out that Hylos was here, or Kufra. They saw the Hylos. Kufra saw the Hylos and they just went all in on it because Hylos was overextended alone, and Venus was already he's too far. He's too far. So let's see here. Easy kill on the Hylos. It's a 1-for-1 trade though. 1-for-1 trade. Tamos for a Hylos. So another trade going on. Wise not gonna be able to focus too much on the backline. Again, the tanks for Sunsparks are doing such a good job protecting this Kimmy, even though there's a Hanzo. Valier doing really good. Jawhead ulted the Valier, but nice push away, making sure that Jawhead can't take that. Now Onic wanted to trade a bot lane tower for Sunsparks turtle, but Iaknu actually stole the turtle, so this is really good for Onic. Onic actually won this trade, but let's see if Iaknu actually gets a trade here. Oh my god, Iaknu is actually insane with a Chu. What the fuck? Yeah, that is actually a positive trade for Onic. Finally, Onic winning a trade right there. They got a kill, they got a turtle, and they got a tower. Definitely a positive trade right there for Onic. Alright, so let's keep going. Hanzo focusing the Kimmy, but look at this, Kufra! Look at this Kufra! The Kufra peel, bro, I'm telling you. Nice Xborg flicker, but look at the giant peel! Making sure that this Kimmy doesn't die. This is what I mean. The teamwork, oh my god. Sunsparks played that so well. Onic got way too greedy, thinking that they could kill the Kimmy. I mean, if that was me, I would have been greedy as well, honestly. If I was the Xborg, I would have been greedy for the Kimmy as well. Look at Kimmy's health. But Kufra knockup and Jawhead knockup just saved that Kimmy. Super well played right there from Sunsparks, Flesha, and what's his name? JP. Insane teamwork. Nice peel, protecting the Kimmy at all times. And Greed even stole that Pokemon right there. Very nice play from Greed right there. This small plays, you don't see it in real time, especially when you're watching live. But if you break it down one by one, these guys are insane. Now both buffs are open for the blue team, blue buff and red buff. Kimmy I think just got the blue buff, or maybe it's just about to spawn, not sure. Jawhead actually got the blue buff right there. Got the blue buff, making sure that Hanzo or Onic doesn't take it. And look at Greed, the information he's giving. The information that Greed is giving, he's camping this bush, so does this Tamus. This Tamus knows when the enemy team is coming. So now Tamus has the information, right? Tamus has the information because Natalia gave it. So now let's see what he's gonna do. Tamus is still really aggressive. Oh, they wanted to burst out the X-Borg. That's why they went in. I was wondering why he kept staying, and they also got a tower, so it's a 1 kill for 1 tower. But let's see if Venus and Jay can get a trade here. So again, every single thing that happens, they need a trade. That's what the tournament is all about. It's all about trading. Hanzo going in. This might be really bad for Sunsparks. It's a 2 for... Alright, so Onic got 2 kills right here on Kilowash and Greed. But Sunsparks got a tower. So I guess it's... I don't know. It's kind of an even trade right there. Towers are really important because it gives global gold. So that's why... it gives you a lot of map pressure and map control whenever you get a tower. And look at Sunsparks. They're also going to push this mid lane since I'm telling you, Kimmy early game is insane. So they're going to be able to get more map control by getting this mid lane tower. So just objectives, Sunsparks is winning right now. Chu actually got... Okay, so Onic also has 2 towers down. But mid lane tower is really important. Alright, mid lane tower is the most important. Mid lane towers are the most important. Because that gives you, you know, this is where like majority of the team fight happens usually. So let's see what happens here. Chu, he's just making sure that he's trying to split push and kind of draw the enemies to him, force people to rotate to him, and he realizes that they're about to rotate to him, so that's why he's gonna back off now. So really good map awareness from Yaknu right here. Hanzo's still farming. Hanzo's 2-1-1, not bad, and he's about to get Heptases. Kimmy already... Okay, never mind. Instant replay. Don't care about that. Let's skip. See what happens here. Pause. X-Borg is pushing here, and Jawhead's gonna go 1v1 against that. Natalia trying to give a lot of information. You see how this Nat is playing? Greed is actually playing this perfectly. Yaknu stayed in this bush, waiting for the enemies to reveal themselves. Stamos is staying in this bush to get some information as well. Kufra is staying in this bush to give a lot of information. So the bush play from all these teammates, from the whole like Sunsparks team is insane. Hanzo getting a kill on Kimmy though. Since all the Sunsparks members are they're so spread apart, they didn't have enough members to protect the Kimmy. So this is where they fucked up right here. That's where they fucked up. By getting 2 picks, they got Raflesha killed and kill VJ. They might be able to do the turtle. Honestly, they might be able to do the turtle here, but they don't know where Nat is. So that's the hard part. You see this? Nat is doing really good, putting some pressure. Look at this. Super good. Nat is so annoying, honestly. And look at this. The team play. Even though it's a... Okay, Kill VJ just spawned. Even though it's pretty much a 2v... what? 2v4? Or 2v5, technically 2v4. JP is all... Tamus is all the way down here, bot lane. They still managed to get a kill, and they canceled the turtle. Sunsparks, they're playing it perfectly right here. So they canceled an objective. They get a 1-for-1 trade. Natalia died for Wise. That's definitely worth it. Support for a core, worth it. But also Jawhead died. Jawhead died, which is fine. They canceled the turtle, but let's see if Onic will end up getting the turtle anyways. It's all about trading. Whoever gets the positive trade the most wins the game. X-Borg making sure he secures the turtle. Very good ulti from Dilar. Here we go. Kufra needs to back away because Valier is literally fucking him up. Look at the Chu. Chu's baiting these skills perfectly. Tamus using Vengeance already. Alright, this is good. So that is actually, I don't know, that was a pretty positive trade for Onic. Alright, pretty positive trade. They got 2 kills on Jawhead and Natalia, and they also got the turtle. So positive trade for Onic right there. Let's keep watching. This guy has Heptases. This guy has Glowing Wand. Alright, Kimmy's gonna start to hurt now. Glowing Wand, and then most likely he's gonna go for Holy Crystal or Ice Queen Wand for Kill VJ here. Let's see what else they do. Okay, reset lanes. After that turtle, everybody's gonna reset lanes. You see how Raflesh is pretty much after that mistake where they left the Kimmy at top lane earlier, Reflesh is literally sticking to Kimmy like white on rice right now. And they're most likely gonna try to go for this first tier tower. And before we continue, notice that a lot of teams, they prioritize the first tier tower one by one. Once this is broken, they move to the next one, and they move to the next one. After all first tier towers are broken, they move to the next one, go to the next one, and then go to the next one, alright? So they take objectives one by one. They don't prioritize this. If there's a first tier tower here, they don't prioritize this. These towers, the second tier towers. They always prioritize the first tier tower first. Map control, gives you map control. So 3 towers in total for Sunsparks right now. Gives you more vision. You also have a Nat, giving a lot of information right here. Look at this Nat. Like, what do you do as a Hanzo there? Even if you ult, right here, if you ult as Hanzo going into the Kimmy, you're dead. This is why Hanzo is so hard to play against this comp. You see what Nat is doing against this Hanzo? He's done. He has to back away, and he probably cancels his ulti. Alright, never mind. Wise actually ulted right there. And this Nat is maybe dead. Maybe dead. He's just... Oh, he actually killed someone. Natalia killed the Hylos. So it was a 1-for-1 trade. But Tamus died right here as well. Tamus died right here. So let's see. Let's keep going. Dilar almost wasting the immortality there. Almost. Kimmy almost hitting the ulti. That's fine. So it was a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Onic again. It was a tank for support and a offlaner. But then again, they gave away this first tier tower. So that's why they committed to that lane, I guess. Let's see what happened here. And if I was the Nat and I saw Hanzo nearby, I would have probably done the same thing as Greed did. Just making sure, knowing that you have, like, even if Natalia died earlier, it just gives this pressure on Hanzo. Where's Nat? Like, every time you want to look for Nat, right? Every time, every single team fight you want to look for Nat. And knowing that in the back of your mind is definitely going to affect your mentality in the game. So Greed is playing this super well. Let's keep going, skip a little bit. Nothing going on right now. Natalia giving vision as soon as the blue buff spawned, giving vision and information right away. Look at this. Yeah, that's why people ban Nat. Look at Nat. Look at Nat focusing the real body of Hanzo right there. See that? Making sure that he has presence. And he also killed Hanzo. This is why it's so hard to play Hanzo against this Nat. And I think that's where Onic PH kind of fucked up this game. It's pretty much a draft, honestly. And split push here, they can't do anything. Yeah, Hanzo can't get online whenever there's a Nat. Okay, so they get a core kill. Weiss is dead, and they also get an objective here, unless Valier steals it. Unless Valier steals it. Let's see. No, it's an automatic 4v4, but they know that Natalia is only a support, and you know Weiss is a core hero or core player. They know that they could do Lord. They're in an advantage, right? They're in an advantage. Let's see what happens here. A team fight goes on. What Onic is doing here, they're pretty much trying to avoid Sunsparks from continuing to do Lord. They don't want to give this first Lord for free. So that they're doing really good here. If you guys hear any dogs in the background, just ignore. Just ignore. There's 4 dogs in the house, so you're gonna hear barking or something in the middle of a recording. I can't really avoid it. Sorry about that. Blue buff will be secured here by Hanzo. Let's see what happens here. Nat giving a lot of information again. Again, this Nat, man, this is pretty much what won them this game. The Nat, honestly. If the Nat doesn't play like this, the Onic will win. If Nat doesn't play like this, Onic will win. He knows that Hanzo's nearby. See, look at the information he's giving just by camping bushes right here. He knows when Onic is about to contest for the Lord, because Natalia gave the information. Since there's no wards in Mobile Legends, giving vision is like really important. Jawhead almost depleting the armor of X-Borg. And Nat, look at this. He's literally pretty much playing around with them. He's in the back line. Let's see if he can get anybody here. This is really good for Onic though. They got the Kimmy, so that's the core of Sunsparks. Let's see what they could do to take advantage of this. Right there. That's what took advantage. They took advantage of that. Nat, again, focusing the body of Hanzo. Again. Focusing the body of Hanzo. Chu gets a kill on Kufra, but I don't think they can do Lord. Look. Can you do Lord with these 4 people? It's not gonna be fast enough. Sunsparks will be spawned by then. Xborg doesn't have a lot of burst. Chu probably has the most DPS out of all 4 of these heroes. If they don't have Hanzo, they can never do Lord, right? As long as Hanzo's dead, Sunsparks is safe. That's pretty much the case. And Nat is making sure that that happens. The Nat, man, insane. So let's see here, skip a little bit. Yaknu making sure that this lane is pushed. Now, I really like what Onic is doing here. Wherever the Lord spawns, it could spawn here or it could spawn here. They secure this whole side of the map every single time, depending on where the Lord is. If the Lord was here, they will always secure this. If you watch their previous game, majority of the pro teams, they will do this. But Onic does it really well. They will secure this side of the map right here. So let's see what they do. Xborg just getting the Bulbasaur. Nothing special. Valia recalled. Chu just got back as well. Nothing happening so far. Let's skip. Alright. Everybody's trying to reset the lanes. Push the lanes pretty much. Reset lanes. And right now, Kufra just pretty much giving vision to the Kimmy the whole time and protecting Kimmy. Trying his best to protect the Kimmy. It's really hard to protect Kimmy against Hanzo. But this, look, Nat, again, look. What do you do? What do you do against that? Do you need, for your Hanzo to work, you need to ult from the base and go all the way to the team fight. By that time, your body is returning. Your actual body is returning to your ghost. So yeah, this is really hard. I'm surprised Weiss is even 4, and 5. He's actually playing this Hanzo really well, considering that he gets countered by this Nat. Man, look! Again! Hanzo's body was right here, but luckily Valir was also there. So Nat went for the Valir instead, and that's an easy kill. Wow. Really surprised. And this is an easy pickoff right here. No, that's not gonna do anything. And this should be a free Lord for Sunsparks now. 2 for 0. Positive trade for Sunsparks, that team fight. Man, yeah, the Nat pretty much won them the game here. Skip. I don't think Onic will try to compete for this. If they compete for it, they will pretty much die most likely. Yeah, they can't do it. Just too much damage. Look at this. What do you do? So Lord being taken. Oh wait, look at that. Kimmy. Look at the Nat right here. Look at the Nat right here. Going for the X-board. Never mind. I thought he went for the X-board. I skipped a little bit too much. My bad. Alright, let's skip forward. There we go. So stop. The Lord is pushing this way. Usually with the Kimmy composition, you pretty much try to go with the Lord unless there's second tier towers. If all the second tier towers are down, give me a second. If all the second tier towers are down, you want to go with the Lord whenever you have a team with a Kimmy composition. Kimmy team composition. There you go. If you still have second tier towers, you usually want to do that first. You usually want to take that down first. So that's why Kimmy and his team, Sunsparks, they're pretty much either focusing this mid lane and this bot lane instead of going with the Lord. Alright? So that's really important as well, knowing if you want to assist the Lord and escort the Lord, or do you want to go to the opposite lanes and do the other objectives and get some more map control. And Sunsparks made the right decision here by focusing these second tier towers. They already got the second tier tower here at bot lane, so they're gonna get this one. As soon as they get the second tier tower at mid lane, Lord should be around this direction right here. So perfect. This is like perfectly going for Sunsparks right now. So they're most likely all gonna rotate to Lord. See? Natalia is just gonna give vision, try to split push maybe, and 4 of Sunsparks member, they're gonna go to Lord and escort this Lord. Because with Kimmy, with so much perk from Kimmy, oh, they actually didn't escort the Lord. They went for a team fight here. Maybe Hylos got caught by Jawhead. But here we go. Hanzo doing a lot of damage, but look at the Thamos sustain. It's just way too much. Jawhead actually had immortality, so it's fine. I think Hylos got caught. That's why they went back mid lane. But other than that, they would have most likely escorted that Lord if that didn't happen. X-Borg ulting in, trying to wave clear. This is really good. So this is actually not so bad for Onic. Like, all their inhibitor towers are still up. I was expecting Sunsparks to get at least 1, but they did catch the Hylos earlier. Was out of position, which was Jay. Can't really do anything about that. Jay's trying to frontline for you, so Hanzo can't do anything right there. Hanzo can't do anything. He tried to go for Kufra because he's really low. Not enough damage. Or it's not enough damage, it's just that Kimmy had so much burst. Kimmy had too much damage. There we go. Skip. Oh, wait. Something happened here. Give me a second. Go back. Okay, we see Hanzo ulted right here for the Kimmy. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see Hanzo right here. Hanzo ulted for the Kimmy. But look at Nat. Nat is still putting presence. Even though all the second tier towers are down. Meaning that Nat can't really like give us much information. Because usually he was camping here. In this vicinity. Or in this vicinity. But since all the second tier towers are down. Can't do it no more. So all he can do is pretty much try to make a presence by split pushing. Man, Reed is playing this almost to perfection. I'm gonna be honest with you. And for Onic, yeah, Onic is getting really annoyed against this Nat. You see how they're trying to chase him? Chu's trying to look for him. This Nat is really, really annoying. So let's keep going. Okay, nothing happening so far. Chu got caught a little too overextended right here, so I think that's what happened. Yeah, Chu was right here. Where's Chu? What happened to Chu? Oh, Chu was right here. Yeah, way too overextended, and they saw that he got caught. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. You're dead, Chu. Too overextended for Chu, so that may be a little bit of mistake right there. A little bit of mistake. But then again, Chu was trying to find the Nat. That's why he was there. So that's the result of being annoyed with Nat. Trying to hunt down the Nat, but you get the one. You become the one hunted down. So really good for Sunsparks right here so far. Let's see what happens here. Natalia actually sneaked in a backdoor, I think right here, because the tower was 1 HP. Yeah, right there. Yep, Greed again. Look at this. Huh. All these objectives, all this information he's doing, all the presence. The Natalia presence is insane. Now, the bot lane tower and the mid lane tower, they're really, really low. So let's see here. Let's see what happens here. The Lord is up again. Thamus can honestly solo this. So what Sunsparks will most likely do, they're just going to give vision in this vicinity, making sure that nobody is able to compete or contest for the Lord. Let's see what they do. Yeah, Thamus is doing the Lord by himself. Thamus can solo this. And look at what Sunsparks is doing. They're avoiding Onic J and Onic Dilar or anybody else to go near the Lord. Because they know Thamus could solo this. This is also an advantage for having a Thamus in your team. The teamwork. See this? Okay, so Jay ulted in. They know that Hylos doesn't have any more ulti. That's good. And the Lord actually gets reset. Alright, the Lord actually gets reset. I'm really surprised they didn't keep continuing doing the Lord. Because it was just a Hylos and Xborg. Well, Xborg could actually secure the Lord by ulting in. So maybe that's why they reset the Lord. Good idea, I guess. Thamus is back at it again. Soloing the Lord. Xborg sees this. Oops. Give me a second. Sorry about that. You blacked out. Xborg sees this. Thamus cancels again. Thamus cancels again. Runs away. They steal the blue buff. Every single resource they steal. See what happens here. Skip a little bit. Okay, now what Sunsparks is doing here, since it's a stalemate, nothing's really going on. What they need to do, since Onic is playing super safe, they need to bait out the Lord and hopefully get a pick here. See what happens. Yeah, they're baiting out the Lord pretty much. See what happens here. Another reset. Okay, another reset. So I think they saw that Iaknu was split pushing the top lane, and they might want to go for that. They might be going for a pick here on Iaknu, but Iaknu realizes this, plays safe, retreats, disengages. Good. This is really good map awareness and game sense from Iaknu, actually. It's really hard to play offlane Chu, especially when all your towers are down right here. It's really ballsy, actually. See what happens here. Hylo's trying to give us much information, trying to frontline, because obviously Valier cannot frontline. You try to frontline with Valier, you're most likely going to get caught, you're going to die. Ooh, Jawhead doing a 1v1 against this Chu, and he knows that there's Nat nearby, so Jawhead is not scared. Again, trying to bait out the Lord, still. See what happens here. Wait, give me a second. So, look, Sunsparks is really trying to get a pick before doing the Lord. They don't want to commit to Lord before getting a pick. And this is really good. They got the Chu. I don't know if they get the kill though. Oh, actually they don't get the kill, but they get the immortality. That's still a win. Wasting immortality is still a win. This is really good from Valier. Not enough damage. Kufra trying his best to stop this Xborg to check the Lord. Dilar doing a really good job making his own presence. Hylos ulting into the Kimmy. Pretty... I don't know. That was a really questionable play because he doesn't have any... He doesn't have any follow-up with him. Like, even if you ult Kimmy, Xborg doesn't have enough burst to kill you. And plus, the Lord is being done. Lord gets reset. Yeah. by you committing to Kimmy, that makes you automatically dead right here because you're so overextended. Let's see what happens right here. Ooh, I'm surprised Jay still lived. He's so tanky. Hylos. His immortality is gonna get popped. He's most likely he might die. Wow, he didn't die. All right. So I'm surprised Jawhead and Reflesha. Oi! Okay, Natalia actually gets killed. Give me a second. We missed that out. Natalia was right here. Gets caught by Valir, I think. And Hanzo. Yup. Natalia was right here. Gets caught by Valir and Hanzo. Very good prediction from Onic right there. So now it's a 4v5. Now it's a 4v5. Onic has the upper advantage. But the problem is they have super minions on this lane. So Onic can't be way too greedy for the Lord. They can't do the Lord easily. Thamus is gonna split push and they're gonna be forced to recall. See, look. They don't want to do the Lord. They know they have 5, but Thamus is split pushing, so they're like, oh, we gotta go back. So this is really good from Thamus. Kilowash. Making sure that Onic, even though they have the upper mana advantage, take advantage of the inhibitor tower they got. So let's see what happens here. Okay, Hylos ulting again into the Jawhead. And Valir getting caught right there by the Kufra. Look at the Thamus sustain. Just insane. Kilowash is so good on Thamus, bro. What the hell. Hanzo needs to defend, so can't really contribute right now on the team fight. See what happens here. Natalia is back. Thamus, a little bit... I don't know what happened to Thamus right there. Maybe a little bit too greedy. Well, he did get an inhibitor tower, so I think that's worth it. He got an inhib tower. Yeah, he forced the inhib tower. That's why. That's worth it. I'll take that, bro. I'll take that. They got an inhib tower, and he knows that his teammates are still. I mean, it is a little risky giving away your life for a mid lane tower, because it gives a chance for Onic to do Lord if they are a man advantage again. But it is a 4v4. They know that Valir is dead. Then Kilowash is dead. Let's see what happens here. Super minions on mid lane and top lane. Natalia, look at this Nat. Just keep camping this vicinity right here. Being in this vicinity gives so much information and gives a lot of pressure to Hanzo. Hanzo has no choice but to stay in the base. See what happens here. Okay, D-Lar still doing a really good job at bot lane, making sure that there's presence and that they can't do Lord, giving a lot of vision on this jungle area. So Hylos is doing a really good job and Xborg is doing a really good job doing that. Uy! Nice silence from Nat, making sure that Chu doesn't knock him up. Man, how long is this game? What the fuck? Alright, give me a second. This is pretty much whoever makes the first mistake gets the Lord, or if Onic commits to a team fight, they get backdoor. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. So what Sunsparks wants to happen is they either get a kill so they could do the Lord. Alright, they either get 1 kill so they could do the Lord, or Onic commits to a team fight, all 5, right here, all 5, and then 1 split push and finish the game. So it's one or the other, and Sunsparks is taking advantage of that. Yeah, that's why Onic, they're kind of getting suffocated right now. It's already 25 minutes in. It's technically late game. I know that Kimmy falls off late game, but even then they're doing a really good job sustaining and doing a lot of damage. Because this Nat, I mean, technically Nat is a late game hero. And then Kimmy's the early game. Late game, she's okay, not completely the best, but she does fall off late game. See? Hanzo has no choice but to defend. Let's keep going here. Look at this Nat. Look at Nat. What the fuck? Okay. Nat looking for a backdoor, and Valir trying to predict where this Nat is gonna be. But he needs to run away. See what happens here. Kufra actually jumps into the Hylos. Hylos is back at it again. They want to kill this Kufra. At least get the immortality. Kufra being forced to flicker. But look at Thamus and Natalia making sure that both those lanes are pushed up. So Onic, yeah, this Hanzo, they pretty much take Hanzo out of the equation. So that's what's happening here. Oi, very good play from Iaknu right there. Game-changing play right there from Iaknu, actually. They get the Natalia. So no more Nat, and they got a 5. Alright, stop. There's a 5-man advantage on Onyx side and only 4 people on Sunsparks side. The problem is this lane right here. This lane right here. If this lane gets pushed up by super minions, somebody could backdoor and pretty much end the game. So let's see what Onic does here. Thamos is way too tanky for Hanzo to burst, so Onic still can't do it. Look, they gotta defend. That's why they can't do the Lord. And Kufra even catches the Chu. Oh, actually, that's not the Chu. That's the freaking... Who is that? That's the Valier, sorry. And they also kill the Chu, the Immortality. And Chu's dead. Valier's also dead. But Thamos is still alive with the Immortality. Almost dead. Hanzo gets a kill finally. And finally, right, stop. They know that Hanzo needs to defend this top lane because need to be aware of the split push. Hylos can't do shit. If Hylos comes here alone, they're gonna get screwed. Xborg needs to recall because he just got done going for the team fight. So this is a perfect time to go for Sunsparks Lord. Xborg, and this is really good job from Reflesha. Zoning. This is zoning right here. Good zoning from Reflesha. Kill VJ is really low. This is super risky here. But they saw that the Hylos super aggressive and overextended. They took advantage of it. They just made sure to reset the Lord and focus on the Hylos. But look at the Hanzo. Oh my god, so lucky. Maybe he could have gotten that kill. Oh, never mind, he couldn't. He couldn't because Nat was there. That's why, alright. So that's why he came back. That's why Weiss came back. And look at this. Nat is looking to end the game. Everybody needs... This guy's trying to stop the recall and Nat's trying to end the game. GG, well played. Wow, Greed. Fucking insane. So that is it, guys. Wow, 40-minute analysis. Wow, they're so hyped. GG, well played. Nat pretty much won them the game right there. Made a play towards the end. Even in the beginning, mid-game, Greed just kept making plays over and over again. Actually insane, right? So there you go. That is the analysis for Game 4. In summary, I think the main mistake that Onic did was picking Hanzo way too early. They could have picked Hanzo after the second ban, or the third ban, sorry, and then ban Nat on that third ban, and then pick Hanzo afterwards. But you know, anything could have gone, right? Anything could have happened. Nice try from Onic. Sunsparks played it so well, almost a perfect game, honestly, especially from Greed playing the Nat. Just overall, the team was super good and coordinated. That's what you get from a Grand Finals champion team. So thank you guys for thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you guys learned something here. Sorry it took so long. I have to go and break it down one by one if you guys really wanted to learn something and explain what's happening throughout the game. So this is pretty much what happens after like a scrimmage. You break it down one by one, taking pieces to pieces. You know, break it down to pieces, and to understand what's happening in game and what you could have done better during that match. Alright, so thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and I am out. Peace.